Welcome to Alley 55 Customs. Today I'm going to show you how to bleed your power steering system. All right, so I'm going to show you how to take the air out of the system. This is the easiest, this is the simplest way. What you'll need is a vacuum pump, a handheld vacuum pump, and you also need the vacuum supply line. You're going to need a liquid vapor separator, and then you're also going to need a vacuum adapter. If you're interested in purchasing one of these units, go ahead and watch my episodes 72 and 73. I go more in depth on the quality of this product and also where to buy it, how much it is. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your power steering reservoir is filled to the manufacturer's specifications. So you'll have an add mark, which is down below, and you'll have a full mark, which is up above. And the other thing that you want to do too is you want to make sure that you have the right power steering fluid in here, because some of the manufacturers want power steering fluid and some manufacturers want automatic transmission fluid. So you want to make sure that you get that. This is a Land Rover, so I will be using the Land Rover power steering fluid. And the other thing too is you want to check it while it's cold. Don't be out driving it and then bring it back and then check it, because it'll give you a false reading when it's hot. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to remove your cap off your power steering reservoir. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our vacuum adapter and we're going to pop it down inside of here. Now the other thing that you want to do is when you buy a kit, these will come with usually 2 or 3 different kind of adapters. You want to make sure you get the one that actually fits down tight and makes a seal, because if you have any air leak in here, you will not be able to pull vacuum. Okay, there's 2 things I want to point out before we start pulling vacuum. One is maintain your fluid level in your power steering reservoir. Do not get it too low. If you get it too low and you're not paying attention to that fluid level, you're going to start getting air back into the system and you're going to have to start all over again. The second thing is when you start pulling vacuum, you're going to pull 20 to 25 inches of vacuum. Now, do not exceed 25 inches of vacuum. If you do exceed that 25 inches of vacuum, you could start blowing seals, which if you start blowing seals, you're going to start replacing parts, and you do not want to do that. So the safe zone is 20 to 25 inches of vacuum. That's it. The other thing too is if you elevate your liquid vapor separator, that little bottle, if you elevate it, then you're going to get less fluid transfer into that liquid vapor separator. If it is below the power steering reservoir itself, then it's going to start transferring a lot of power steering fluid from the reservoir into the liquid vapor separator. So I would say elevate your the bottle and start pulling vacuum, and you're going to get more air than you will any fluid. So let's get underway. So what you're going to do is you're going to start pulling. And if you keep a watchful eye on the your reservoir itself, you'll see air bubbles coming up out of that. And you just want to get it going to 20 to 25. Like I said, I'm going to pull 20 at the very beginning here. Okay, so now, as you can tell, let me show you real quick. So here is, see all those air bubbles coming out of there? So now when you start hitting 20 to 25, you're starting to get some fluid transfer, but I'm holding this thing up. I'm holding the vapor separator up, but you're getting a lot of air bubbles. Look at all that coming out of there. So you're getting a ton of that. And the thing is you may have to repeat this process 5 to 7 times. Sometimes you'll be lucky, you know, right off the bat, and you know, you might be able to hit it off the first 2. But so now that I have 20 inches of vacuum, I'm going to go ahead and you want to elevate the car. Okay, so you want to get the front end off the ground so the wheels turn freely. And also, if you elevate the front end, it helps to extract those air bubbles. Okay, now after you elevated your front end, what you want to do is we're going to go ahead and start the engine, and then you're going to move your steering wheel left to right, and you're going to do that 10 times. So let's start it up. Okay, now you can hear that whining sound going. So you want to go all the way over until it hits to the right, back to the left. That's right there is 2. Three. 4. 5. You can already hear it getting quieter. 6. 7. 8. 9. And this is 10 right here. Okay. Now you want to shut it off. Okay, now you come back out here and you see where your fluid level is. So you got a lot of air out of the system, and so your fluid level has dropped. Your air has escaped out. So now when it was up to your full mark, it has dropped some. And so now you want to add some more in. This is where you want to check it and keep a constant full level. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat that process. And so what you'll need to do is you're going to have to bleed off your air. So you have a trigger here. So you're going to bleed that air off. And then you're going to go ahead, pull the cap out, and we're going to go ahead and fill this back up to the full mark. Okay, so we just went ahead and topped off the fluid level to the full mark. Now we're going to go ahead again and pull 20 inches of vacuum, and it'll start to pull more of the air out of the system. Go back in, start up your vehicle, and start running your steering wheel back and forth another 10 times. Shut off your vehicle, come back out here, check your fluid level again to make sure you're maintaining the full mark. Eventually all the air bubbles will go evacuate out of the system, and then your power steering pump will start to quiet down. Once you've achieved the quietness of the power steering pump, then you're good to go, and take it for a road spin and see what it does. If there's any more squeal going on, you just need to repeat that process. I usually do it about 5 to 7 times to evacuate all the air out of the system. So give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I do a ton of videos on a weekly basis, and I do a lot of giveaways. So just subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.